Hello dear viewers, today I am describing here the chemical reaction which fuels an atomic bomb. Before telling about atomic bomb, we need to know about J. Robert Oppenheimer, who is the father of atomic bomb. As we all know that Einstein's equation E equal to mc square in his theory of relativity, where E equal to energy of an atom and m is mass, c is the speed or velocity of the light. And the theory states that energy in a system or an atom is equal to its total mass m multiplied by the square of the speed of light. And from this theory and from this equation, Oppenheimer made the worldwide destroyer called Little Boy. Now come to the topic atomic bomb. Atomic bombs are nuclear weapons that use the energetic output of nuclear fission to produce massive explosions. Only two nuclear weapons have been used in the course of warfare, both by the US near the end of World War II. Atom bomb is made up of fissile elements such as uranium that is enriched in the isotope that can sustain a fission nuclear chain reaction. The uranium-235 content of weapons grade uranium is generally greater than 85%, though inefficient weapons deemed weapons usable can be made of 20% enriched uranium. The very first uranium bomb, Little Boy, dropped on Hiroshima in 1945, used 64 kg of 80% enriched uranium. When the free neutron hit the nucleus of a fissile atom like uranium-235, the uranium split into two smaller atoms called fission fragments, plus more neutrons. Fission can be self-sustaining because it produces more neutrons with the speed required to cause new fissions. This creates the chain reaction. In fission weapons, a mass of fissile material, either enriched uranium or plutonium, is assembled into a supercritical mass. The amount of material needed to start an exponentially growing nuclear chain reaction. This is accomplished either by shooting one piece of subcritical material into another, termed the gun method, or by compressing a subcritical sphere of material using chemical explosive to many times its density. This is called the implosion method. The implosion method is considered more sophisticated than the gun method and only can be used if the fissile material is plutonium. The inherent radioactivity of uranium will then release a neutron, which will bombard another atom of uranium-235 to produce the unstable uranium-236, which undergoes fission and releases further neutrons and continues the process. The uranium atom can split any one of the dozen of different ways as long as the atomic weight add up to 236. That means uranium plus extra neutrons. These two methods have been applied to induce the nuclear chain reaction that produces the explosion of an atomic bomb. The gun-type assembly uses a conventional explosive to compress from one side, while the implosion assembly compresses from all sides simultaneously. The immediate energy released per atom is about 180 million electron volts. Of the energy produced, 93% is the kinetic energy of the charged fission fragments flying away from each other, mutually repelled by the positive charge of their protons. This initial kinetic energy imparts as initial speed of about 12,000 km per second. However, the charged fragment's high electric charge causes many inelastic collisions with nearby nuclei, and thus these fragments remain trapped inside the bombs. The following equation shows one possible split, namely into strontium 95 and xenon 139 and 2 neutrons plus energy 180 megavolt. Trapped fragments inside the uranium pit. Here their motion is converted into X-ray heat, a process which takes about a millionth of seconds. And by this time, the material in the core and chamber of the bomb is several meters in diameter and has been converted to plasma at a temperature of tens of millions of degrees. The X-ray energy produces the blast and fire, which are normally the purpose of a nuclear explosion. Thank you for watching my video. We'll be back soon with another video.